Sisters and brothers, it gives me immense pleasure to take part in the discussion on much awaited diversity in judicial appointments. On this occasion, the question that I would pose to myself is, why and how the higher judiciary has remained a man's world. The wheel of judiciary is not moving in sync with the wheel of democracy. Till now, there have been 276 judges of the Supreme Court. And out of 276, only 11 have been women judges. And out of 33 or 34 judges of the Supreme Court at present, only 2 are women. They constitute about 6.2% of the judges in the Supreme Court. If we consider the gender composition in the High Court, it is approximately 15%. Out of 50 judges that we have in our High Court, only 8 are women. The Punjab and Haryana High Court tops the list with 14 women judges, followed perhaps by Telangana, which has only 10 women judges. Yet another dimension which I want to bring to the notice of this August House is the average age for appointment of high courts in case of male advocates is 51.86. And in case of female advocates, it is 53.17. The average age for appointment to Supreme Court is 59.55 years in respect of men, and it is 60.58 in respect of women. So the tenure is at least 1 year less for a woman judge of the Supreme Court. Generally, on an average, a male judge in the Supreme Court gets a tenure of 5.45 years, whereas a woman judge gets 4.42 years. It's high time that we realize that men and women are not unequals. We are only born differently. You see the example of Karnataka. The present Chief Secretary is a woman. We have had a number of women Chief Secretaries. But till now, there has not been even one woman Chief Justice of the High Court. Am I right, sister? There has not been one women Chief Justice of the High Court. In a way, women are greater than men. Pardon me for philosophizing it. I strongly believe that only men or women who lead good life, they would be reborn as females. In a way, it's one's good fortune to be born as a woman, because it's only a woman who bears the child and raises the child. I consciously said, woman is greater than man. woman is man plus something else. See the spelling. Only if you add WA to MAN, you get woman. So it is man plus something else, that is woman. Given any opportunity, she would prove her worth. But unless an opportunity is given, how will she prove her worth? Madam Mukta Gupta's words put me on a different thought dimension altogether. Said, see, how women advocates are confined only to certain, domains or fields in the legal profession. And I also fully endorse what she has said, that if the recruitment examination takes place for being appointed as the judge of the High Court and Supreme Court, lady advocates would definitely outnumber male advocates. There is an empirical evidence for this, though such a recruitment examination has not taken place. But whenever the examination for recruitment to the posts of civil judges take place, girl advocates, girl candidates, they outnumber boys. The other day, I was telling, while addressing, the newcomers in the Judicial Academy at this rate, the reservation has to be made for men, I tell you, not for women, for men. But then, if you go up in the ladder, situation is distorted. You find more and more of men than of women, though women are intrinsically deserving, hardworking. Appointing women to the judgeship in the High Court and Supreme Court would bring alternative perspective to judging or adjudicating. It's high time male-centered perspective, norms, and images are ousted. For a long time, the common man's image or perception of a judge was a tall man in the suit wearing the wig. But the wearing of the wigs, it denies women not only their femaleness, but also their femininity. Friends, what are the actionable strategies and measures which could go a long way in ensuring gender parity in the appointments to the higher judiciary? My first suggestion is, which I noted as last, but I'll make it my first suggestion. Article 233(2) of the Constitution of India has to be amended or reinterpreted. Article 233 of the Constitution says for being appointed as a district judge, you have to have 7 years of practice. Fair enough. But it is interpreted by the judiciary that these 7 years are to be continuous service, 7 years. If you are a break, it denies you the opportunity. That should be, amended or reinterpreted. It should be, 7 years of service, not necessarily continuous. It could be broken also, because the women advocates are often constrained to stay away from the practice for 6 months on account of pregnancy, maternity. So this is the first thing that has to be done. Then, secondly, we have to agitate for reservation of at least 33% in the elevation to the Supreme Court and High Court. If need be, the memorandum of procedure has to be amended. Friends, there is an European Court of Human Rights, I'm sure you all heard of that. If only single gender lists are sent, that is, list of, you see, 3, 4, 5 are sent, and that list contains only men, or contains only women's names, that list will be rejected for being appointed as the judges of the European Court of Human Rights. Invariably, it has to contain the names of both men and women. Every list should have women's name for elevation. Otherwise, that list will not be accepted at all. I was just talking to Madam Jaina a while ago. Why can't we, see, at the end of the deliberations, pass a resolution and send it to, see, the High Court, saying that this time, let the list contain only of the women candidates. Time, you see, we have to assert ourselves. Nothing is going to be conferred upon us for an asking. It has to be fought, and fought to its logical culmination, but of course strictly in a manner known to law. Then, the next suggestion that I have is, even in respect of ad hoc judges, appointing the ad hoc judges, women are to be included. Sometimes the justification given is, no, it's just an ad hoc appointment, temporary appointment, not, you say, permanent appointment, so we need not go by the gender consideration. And in my humble opinion, that is also something which doesn't withstand the scrutiny of reasoning. Then, next suggestion is, when a woman judge retires, that should be filled up by another woman only. Then, another suggestion, I would appeal to the lady advocates that they be seen, they be found in the court halls, in the High Court. I mean to say, you have to increase the frequency of your appearing in the High Court. You be appointed as a government pleader, government advocate, additional advocate general. Then you have a fairer chance of getting elevated to the High Court. But for some reason, enough number of women are not being appointed as government pleaders, advocates, government advocates, additional advocates, and advocate general. So I would recommend that not only to the government, but even for government undertakings, like, you see, it's government boards, corporations, universities. There are to be enough number of, you see, lady advocates on their panel, which is not happening. I was telling Madam Chaina a while ago, when she used to appear before me in a number of cases, she would always come out with, you see, new interpretation on, you see, the legal provisions. I always found it difficult to say no to her. I mean to say, to turn down, you see, her arguments. They were so impressive. What is that is wanting on her part, either in drafting or in arguing. But I am at a loss to know why she is not yet made a judge. I do not know. It's beyond my comprehension. But then I consoled myself, not she. Whatever happens, that happens for our good. And you see, maybe she is destined to become a judge of the Supreme Court directly. Yes, why not? I would welcome that. The last suggestion that I have is, the present composition of the collegium has to undergo the changes. What is happening now is, 3 men sit together and decide on who should be elevated. If no woman judge is a member of the collegium, if a woman is a member of the collegium, well and good. If not so, then what is to be done? Then, in my opinion, the senior most judge of the High Court should be consulted, should be associated with the decision making in the matter of sending the recommendations for elevation. I take this opportunity to thank the organizers of this function, particularly Madam Jaina Kotari and her Lieutenant Naivedya for inviting me, for sharing some of my random thoughts with you. Thank you, everybody.